Welcome back to another episode of the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. It's your boy Bryce. I'm joined by the one and only, no other than my brother
Tariq.
Tariq. New week. No, I gotta ask you, how you doing, my boy?
I'm doing good, man. I can't complain at all. Just enjoying my time for real. Just doing what I want to do for the for the time being.
Now you do
Um,
what you want. Now you do what you want.
um, yeah, just been super locked in. Said this on Saturday, but just been locked into everything. Um, just holding myself more accountable. Um, and really just trying to get the best out of myself every day. So, um, if you haven't noticed, I've been posting a lot of different things on uh, TikTok, YouTube. Uh, I guess that's it because I don't really post on anything else. TikTok, YouTube. I've been posting like college football clips. Gonna
The
start
woman in
posting
his
some fantasy
bag.
football stuff.
Perfect timing.
So I guess perfect timing now on the interception too. I don't
Yeah,
know if anybody else peeped, but he
yeah.
said perfect timing when I got the pick.
That
I
man is
lined it up,
editing
so it did
bag.
that.
That man is
Come on
editing
now,
bag, man.
I lined it up, so it did it. Um, but yeah, man, just trying to create a bunch of different avenues. Like I said, like me and P said a couple weeks ago, like me and Bryce said last week, you can get tired of seeing me because I'm gonna be everywhere, bro. I'm gonna be on fantasy football, be wrestling, WNBA, women's college, NBA, NFL, like whatever I like talking about, I'm gonna talk about. Whatever I like doing, I'm gonna do. Uh, I'm no longer in my head about the content that I want to post and things like that. So we just gonna put it out there. If people don't like it, they don't like it. If they like it, they like it. It is what it is. Um, but yeah, but how about you, bro?
Bro, I'm good. I can't complain, bro. I'm back in swing of things as well. Just trying to get a system going, really, bro. I'm just trying to be locked in. Some may refer to as a flow state. Um,
Mm,
yeah, I'm gonna just be going, just
so that.
flowing. That's what I'm trying to achieve at the moment. But yeah, no, content's been good though. Been able to make some good content this past week, as y'all have seen on social media, on both my TikTok and my Instagram. Same as my Twitter app, except there's a period between Bryce and Warner. So y'all go follow me on there. I am close to 500 followers on my TikTok, which is a goal I set out a long time ago. 10 followers away from 500. So but yeah, just a matter of, I'm motivated, bro. I'm ready to get to it, especially at this point of the season where things are heating up. We got a lot of good games that we're going to talk about tonight. Um, and good games throughout the week as well. Trying to think what else is there. Um, yeah, this is really the crunch time, man. We are a couple weeks away from the end of the regular season, like literally like 2 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's been a good
U.S. Open
WNBA season for
prelims is
sure.
starting. It's a lot going on.
You said what is starting?
So US Open prelims are starting, like the
Okay,
mixed doubles tournament, which means
okay,
and that's like the prelude to the US Open. US Open's
yeah,
coming up soon.
yeah,
College football is coming back soon.
yes, sir.
I think there's a college football game this weekend, and
You
it's
would
the
hear
first
something funny.
weekend. What's up?
Just take a wild guess. He's a college football player, right? Guess who I got taught I look like this weekend?
College football player? He's
College
playing
football
now or he
player.
played in the past?
He's playing now.
He's playing now.
Yeah,
Take a wild guess. College football player playing now.
playing
Does
now.
he play for a school that I should know? Like
Yes,
specific to us?
yes,
I feel like I'm blanking on Brett name. Did he play for South Carolina?
yes,
It's not Sellers, is it?
yes,
That's crazy.
bro. Craziest thing, right?
That's
So I'm at
crazy.
I'm
I
at
think
the
his
little
name is
weekend.
Lenoris or something.
Lenore Sellers, yeah,
Yeah, it's a
bro.
hell of a name.
Yeah, I got that comp, and then bro, the other comp that I got. Like, you know how people be like saying you look like somebody and he be all the way left field?
Kyler Murray for me.
I
Heard
wasn't
it
really
one
too much
time.
left field. It was the
Heard
time
it.
because it's like it was the way you had your hair. And I'm like, oh, I kind of see it.
And
Like,
I was wearing a headband too.
it's like now how you get the Jalen Brunson comp, and I'm just like, you don't really look like Jalen Brunson, but y'all got dreads,
The
so it's
hair.
like I
Yeah.
get it. So
He actually has braids.
braids, he does has braids, yes, which is kind of styled in a way that's like dreads, kind of. I don't know. He needs to go ahead and
Yeah,
lock
it
them
is.
things up, man.
He's basically got like twists in a way.
Yeah, he got
He
to
just
lock them
like takes
things
them
up.
out and redoes them all the time.
He got to lock them up, bro.
But that's the thing though. If he like, he still has the option. You know, if he wants to let it out, he can let it out. If he wants to braid it up, he can braid it up. Once
Yeah,
you dread it, it's either that or cut it,
you
bro.
combing out.
You can't you done. Like once you
Yeah,
dread it, it's dreads.
yeah.
This is why I be mad at people because like when they have long dreads, then they cut it and then they start growing them out again. Like just wasted everybody's time, bro. Like what you doing?
But nah.
Like
Speaking of dreads, though, this other football player has dreads. He is no longer in college. He's now in the NFL, and he's a top draft pick
recently,
recently.
they did not say you look like Travis Hunter. They told you look like Travis Hunter.
Yes,
No.
I looked at him crazy. I was like, yo, what we doing here, bro?
I mean, I see it. I can see why they said it, but I don't see it.
Cause we're
Like
black.
I can see why they said it. What's up?
That's it. Cause we're black.
No.
That's the only. That is the only.
Nah. If you
Only.
if you put y'all side by side, there's features that like are similar. Like y'all got similar noses. But like skin tone not the same. Y'all like y'all hair not the same. So like yeah. That's why I said I can see it, but I can see why they said it, but I don't see
Well, I mean, they were probably drunk, so
it.
I'll put it like that.
So
Without, without.
I'm assuming I can guess
Oh yeah,
their race.
yeah. Cause see, their comparisons always be all the way left field, right? Both him and the guy that said Lenore's. Their comparisons always be all the way left field, right?
But
I
low
can call
key, for a lot of them, that's the only people they know is like college football players and NFL
right,
players and
right,
basketball
right.
players.
And I would call other not even close comparisons. I'm not gonna get in detail of that at the moment, but yeah. And then you got got us. They come with a good comparison, because they know ball. All right. Like earlier that day, I got called Tariq. Not Tariq on the side of my screen
Yeah,
with me,
Tariq from
but Tariq
Power.
from Power. I normally wear Yankee hat. They're like, that's Tariq.
But
So
y'all not even the same skin tone.
no.
Like you dark skin, he's more like I'm not about to get into this man's skin color because that's gonna get kind of sus. But yeah,
Anyways,
if you
man,
know,
we got a
you
good
know.
episode for y'all this week. But first and foremost, reacting to the news that has broke. I don't even say broke, but just reacting to today's news, current events. Um, the one, the only John Wall announces his retirement. This is a player that has had an impact on our lives as Hoop fans. Um, More so Tariq and him becoming a Kentucky fan. Um, John Wall played a big part in that. John Wall also played in Washington D.C. We all know Tariq is from Maryland, so a lot of ties there for Tariq, man. John Wall was always yup, hit it, yup, yeah, yeah,
For the audio listeners, we just did that John Wall.
yeah.
Just so y'all know.
But yeah, no, man, hell of a career, man. Was definitely one of the best guards of his time. Um, Hell of a performer in the playoffs as well. Really elevated the Washington Wizards while he was there to the best of his abilities, um, but didn't quite see the success that Many wanted him to see, but pound for pound, he was right there with the best of them during his era. I mean, for a good bit, he was considered the best guard out east in mid to late 2010s. Yeah, hell of a player, man. Got one of the best hoop mixtapes out there. If you don't know, you might. Hey, when this is over, go watch that John Wall hoop mixtape. Like for real, for real. I'm not even kidding.
A
Go
fact.
watch it. Um, from the Hoop State, North Carolina. Really kind of strengthens their argument for putting out the best product. It's one of those guys for real,
Bigs.
man. Electrifying player on both ends of the court, man. And definitely glad to see him have a full career. That it wasn't. I mean, it was kind of stopped by injuries towards the end of his career, which is kind of natural for a lot of guys. But I'm glad he was able to see great success, being that he was a multiple time All Star, that he made the playoffs a few times, um, and gave us different moments. It just gave us great performances, man. Um, the one series I do really remember being like probably the biggest series in his career was a series against the Boston Celtics. How that series was what I thought would have sparked the rivalry between those teams in
Hmm.
a time where there wasn't many rivalries, in a time where the East was kind of up in the air, but not really. Everybody was second to LeBron because LeBron with the uh, um, 10 straight final appearances, but
Which is still
still
nuts to think about.
one of those ones. Um, Salute to John Wall.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, man. Seeing John Wall go to Kentucky, wear number 11. I don't know. There's just something about him in that jersey. I can't even remember anybody else wearing. I think Michael Mulder wore number 11 a couple years later, but I feel like 11 is one of those numbers that you just don't wear when you go to Kentucky. Like I don't know. It was just something about the way he looked in the Kentucky jersey. Like it's just different than everybody else. Like yeah, it's
You
Kentucky
trying to say he
players.
had aura?
All right, bro. I'm just saying, like at that time frame, like it was mostly like baggy jerseys. Like the top of his jersey wasn't baggy, but his shorts were dumb
That
baggy.
was that transition. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
that
So it's like
transition. A lot of
the
guys weren't
top of his
wearing
jersey was like
the undershirts
scrunched up a little
anymore.
bit. Yeah. So
Yeah,
like, but he still had the big shorts, and he just had like a different style to him than everybody else. Like he was like a type of guard that was like really athletic, but he wasn't one that like relied on his athleticism for real. Like obviously, like he relied on his speed, but it wasn't like all I know is speed. Like he was able to play at a different pace, depending on what his team needed or what he needed to do on a specific play.
yeah,
Um, him going to Washington, hitting a Dougie in his debut, like it was just everything. Like everything he did, bro, just brought a different flair to where he was at. Whether it was at Kentucky, whether it was at with Washington, like he just brought something different. And like you said, like he might have played in the best point guard era for real. For real. When you start to think about like in the East, he had him, Kyrie, uh,
it was what him, Kyrie,
Kimba
Isaiah Thomas,
Walker,
Kemba Walker.
but then
Um,
out west you had Steph, Dame,
yeah,
Russell Westbrook. You still
yeah.
had Chris Paul.
Chris
You
Paul's
still
out
had
west.
for a little bit
James
of that
Harden.
time. You still had like Darren Williams, James Harden. Like it was some guys, bro. Like it.
Trying to think if
Tony
there's
Parker
anybody
was
else
still there
out
in the
the
beginning of
East.
his jump. Like out east, you still had guys like he wasn't really in
Kyle
his
Lowry,
upper echelon, but you had guys like Kyle Lowry, you had guys like Jeff Teague.
Jeff T, definitely.
Um, like there was no like, oh, they point guard trash over there, for real at that time. Like it was really battles at the point guard position every night.
Yeah,
It felt
every
like
night, yo.
whether you were playing the West or the East, like, and there's probably names I'm not even thinking about. Like we still had guys like on any given night, Jeremy Lin, like like you just never
Yeah.
know with that point guard position at that time. Like it was just different. And like that 20 his run from like 2013, 2014 to like 2018, 2019 was phenomenal, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
all NBA level. Like you said, arguably the best point guard in the East. And really was able to get his team to the playoffs more often than not. They weren't able to get past the second round, but like some of the series they played in, they weren't supposed to win. Some of the series they were like the year they played Boston, like I feel like if they could have got there, it would have been a real fight
Oh
with
yeah.
Cleveland. But
Oh yeah.
obviously that didn't happen. But that I mean, like you said, that series like that was one of the ones. We were still in high school for that, so it was like
Yeah.
watching
They
every
also have
game, being
what?
heavily invested. That
That's
was 2017, I want to say.
17. So yeah, that was that Brad Bill. I want to say Kelly
Yeah.
Uber was on that team, and he got into it with
Yep.
Kelly
Kelly
Olynyk.
Oubre,
That's when
Markeith,
they wore black
Gortat. Yep.
to
They
what,
were all
game
black to
5 or 6 or
game 6.
whatever,
It was game
six.
6, I think.
And it was like, yeah,
Maybe game 5.
it's gonna be a funeral. That's where that came from.
I think it was game 5 because game 6 they were down. I think they were down
I want to
3-2
say they
when
did it,
John
and then
Wall shot
Boston
that
did it in
three.
retaliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like they were down in the series when John Wall shot that three that ended up winning them that game. Because I remember me and my brother was watching it, and he shot the three, and I was like, "No, no, no! What are you doing?" And then it went in. I said, "Let's go!" And we started running around the house. But I was like, "Bro." At the time when he shot it, like John Wall not known to be a shooter, so he was like, "No, no, no, no,
No.
no, no, no." Then
Also,
he
we
made
all
it
knew
like,
John
and I'm talking about
was
like
the guy in the
pull up
league.
three.
Like them 360 layups, getting to the
Yes,
rim.
dunk contest. Like
Yeah.
He's known he was known for speed and athleticism, not to the nature of like Russell Westbrook and Derrick Rose. I ain't even mentioned Derrick Rose when I was talking about point guards out
Oh,
like
yeah.
in that era. Derrick Rose, Steve Nash was still playing for a couple of
Well,
those
cause
years.
see,
Like,
D Rose got hurt in what 13?
yeah, but I still count like when he came in. Like I'm
Well, I
talking about
say
the point
he
guards that when
got
he came
drafted
in and then even
2010,
when he became like a top guy.
or did he get drafted
Because John
2011?
Wall was still one of those guys in like 2012, 2013.
Yeah, no, John Wall was always a
Because
dog.
like D Rose was still averaging like 17, 18 until like 2016, maybe 2017. Because he had that one year with the Knicks where he averaged like 18, 6 and 6 or something like that.
Yeah, and then
And
with
then
the
after that, he kind
Timberwolves,
of
he
went to
dropped
like a,
50.
a bench role. Yeah. So he was still in that conversation. Like he obviously wasn't at the top of the conversations like he was
Yeah,
before, but like he was still like giving people work.
yeah,
And I think
agreed.
John Wall is one of those guys, like if you know type of guys. Like, it sucks to say that. And it's kind of like he's not gonna be one of those guys that's like looked at like, oh, he's not gonna be remembered for like winning and championships and stuff like that, but he's gonna be remembered by certain people of like, yo, y'all remember John Wall, bro? Like John Wall was different, bro.
Yeah, like it's not
Like
like, oh, that's a crazy pull, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
ball, like John Wall
Right.
was one of them ones.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like a Tracy McGrady type thing. Like
yeah,
people
yeah.
love
He
Tracy
falls in
McGrady, but
that
there's also
category.
people that discredit Tracy McGrady. He's
He
like
falls in
Melo.
that
Like
category.
you love Melo, then there's gonna be people that discredit Melo. Like
Yeah,
like John Wall's gonna fall
like
into
Paul
that.
George is
Like
kind of
say Paul George is gonna be in
Paul
that in
George is
that
in
in
that
that realm.
category for sure.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like,
Joe
I don't know,
Johnson,
Paul George's case. Joe
those kind
Johnson's
of
definitely in that
guys.
category. Trying to think who else I would consider to be in that category of like elite,
Brandon
just not
Roy, but
like
his is like he just
right
didn't get,
there.
but he had injuries that like held him back from being that. But like
Wait, who
Grant
did you say
Hill's in
just
that
now?
conversation.
Grant Hill. Okay,
Brandon Roy,
Brandon Roy for sure.
like
Brandon Roy.
yeah, Brandon Roy's was injury. So like, but he's
Yeah,
still in that conversation of like, dang, bro, he could have been this. Like Tracy McGrady's like he could have been this. Like John Wall
yeah,
got hurt like in the middle of his prime.
yeah.
Like it felt like it was towards the end of his career. He got hurt when he was like, I don't even know if he was 30 yet, but he got hurt
No.
twice. By the time he stepped back on the court, he was like 31, 32. So it just
Yeah,
had a
because he
different.
missed 2 seasons. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
basically.
like he had tore. I think he tore his ACL and then tore his Achilles like in the middle of that,
Yeah,
or it's the other way around. Like he tore his Achilles then tore his ACL. But I know it was like back to back. Like it happened within within 4 or 5 months of each other. So it was just a long process of him getting back. And he wasn't like Clay, where Clay is just a spot up shooter, so he doesn't have to like handle the ball and make plays. Like
yeah,
that's really what it was for John Wall. Like he wasn't able to do that at the same level that he was before. And he also got sent to a team that was in the middle of trying to figure out what they were doing. Like they had James Harden, but James Harden didn't want to be there. They let James Harden, like they traded James Harden. There was a bunch of
yeah,
young guys and John Wall. And
yeah.
John Wall at that time wasn't trying to do that.
Oh my
And then
gosh, I
went to the
remember that.
Clippers, didn't really work out. And then kind of just couldn't find a footing. But I feel
Yeah,
like, and he low key said this. He didn't. I don't know if he said this on like for this reason, but he was at TNC 02, and I think he could get into the 1v1 scene because he said in his video, in his retirement video, he said it's time for the next chapter.
that's what you took from it.
I'm not saying that that's why
That's
he
what you
said that.
took
I'm just
from it.
saying because I've heard him like D
Rumblings.
Frigas had said that he's had conversations with John Wall about wanting to be like wanting to play a 1-on-1, and he's around like dudes like Cam and Rob and Day
Yeah, I
Day
see. He's still
and
around for
Tay.
sure.
Like he's around those dudes that play in the 1-on-1 scene. So like
Yeah,
I'd be surprised if he didn't like in the future start playing like in the 1-on-1 scene, just because it's getting more and more like ex NBA guys.
yeah,
And Michael Beasley just did a park run with Friga,
yeah,
and Friga
yeah.
asked him, he's like, "Who should I get next?" Do you know who he said?
He said John Wall.
No, he said D Wade. Bro, they get D Wade, bro. They can get anybody for real. Because D Wade has talked about it before. He's talked about it on the pod with him and DeRozan. Like he knows what
Okay,
they about. So
cause
like
I'm
he
like
knows of them. But I don't know if he's gonna step out and do a park run. He might do like a gym run,
probably a gym
but
run.
because like a park run is crazy.
A park
But
D Wade at a
also
park run?
when he
That's
plays with
insane.
when he does the ex NBA guys, he does half court. He doesn't do full court.
Okay.
So it's like you don't gotta run as much, but you still running on hardwood floor. And everybody says this. I just watched AZ and the Stud Buzz video or podcast episode yesterday,
Yeah.
and they asked her if she would be able to play street ball.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, because I've been playing. She was like, when I was a kid, when I was younger, yeah, but now she said, gotta be AC indoors. Like my knees will like,
Spoiled
and
bitch.
she's only what 21, 22. She said her knees probably wouldn't hold up playing outside.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
I haven't played outside in a long time. Like I have, like I play with like the kids that I work with outside,
Yeah.
but that's different than like
That's
running up
different
and
than
down the court
basketball, making cuts and
and
stuff,
like
bro. Like,
really
yeah.
trying to like get to your really trying to get to your bag and stuff. Like
Yeah.
that does do a lot on your joints. So like him
I mean,
having to
obviously, if
play
you love
like
hoops, you love
half court
hoops.
definitely makes sense. Right, right.
And it's like,
So
I
like
don't know, because
it could
we used to
happen.
go from the indoor run to the outdoor
Right.
run, back to
That's
the
what Easy
indoor
said.
run. Like, that
Yeah.
used to be summer days when we had whips.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
was out.
That's what AZ said. Like she was like, yeah, when I was a teenager, before I got to college, like, I could play out there all day. She said, but now, like she's had multiple knee injuries. Like D Wade would be different. Like he probably would want to play inside, but he just did a video with Jester. So
Oh,
there's yeah, he did
I
it. He did
saw
a
up
whole
there.
video with
Yeah.
Jester. So and then he brought Jester on for a podcast episode like 3 or 4 months ago. So it's definitely
Really?
up like it's definitely opportunities
My
there.
boy
So like
Judge are getting into it.
yeah, so it's definitely opportunities out there for like YouTube guys to get the ex NBA guys to come in. Like Tyler Lawson just played Nesco. They didn't even get to end the game, so it's like Tyler Lawson probably got a little bit of like sour taste in his mouth about it. But like for everybody else, like for guys like Lou Williams, like I feel like Lou Williams has a chance to get out there. Joe Johnson was gonna play, but he got hurt
Oh,
in
okay.
the
Yeah,
big
'cause I did
three.
keep that Joe Johnson was supposed to come out
Yeah,
there.
he got hurt. He like tore his patella, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. But he was supposed to play Michael Beasley first. But he said next
really?
chapter didn't
Before
offer enough
Lance?
money. Yeah, he was the original guy. Lance was supposed to play Nas, and then
I
Bees was
think you
supposed to
did
play
say
Joe
that.
Johnson. But
B
Joe
versus
Johnson
Joe
said they
Johnson
didn't
been
pay enough money,
crazy.
and now we probably won't get it because by the time Joe Johnson come back, he might not want to play at that level no more. You know, he might just because he don't want to end his career like that. But like, you gotta think like it's a dude come back from a major injury at his age. Like that's kind of tough to come back from.
Yeah, he might do another big three run. I can
Yeah,
see
he'll
that.
probably do another big three, but like he got hurt in the big three, so it's like
Oh,
you got to ramp yourself up for that kind of setting again.
yeah,
And like why you could say like, oh, it's just it's just the big three. You're
yeah.
still playing pro level guys. Like the guys that are not ex NBA are either still pro or like are still trying to get to the NBA. Like you got guys like Nas, Body Bag. Um, it's mad guys that are like ex NBA, played in the NBA,
I
or
know.
like their family
What's
played in the
call
NBA.
it?
Like Paul Millsap had his brother in there. Dwight Howard just retired from that. Like it's a
Yeah,
lot of guys that are
I
just
know
like
Frank Nitty was in it for a little minute.
yeah. Frank Nitty was in there. I think Frank Nitty was in there this year too.
Word.
Yeah, his team. I don't think his team did too well. I think Nas's team plays Michael Beasley and them team in the championship this year
Okay.
on Sunday,
But so I
which is
did see
crazy
Michael
because
Beasley
Nas won a chip
made the
with
winning
them last year.
shot.
No. He. I don't think they won a championship last year, but Nas played with them last year.
Yeah, but no, I saw
No, I
that.
think
What's
he did
call
win the
it?
championship last year. I can't remember though.
I saw Bees made the game winning shot to
Yeah,
send them to the
yeah, he
playoffs
won MVP too for the
and
season.
and won MVP. Yup.
Yeah, and then Nas didn't win an award because like it's his second year, but I think he made like he was an all star. I don't know if they have like an all Big Three team or not though, but he was an
Mm,
all star.
got it.
Um, but yeah, I think John Wall could get into that, and it's
Yeah,
easier. It's easier to play. I don't say it's easy, but like it's definitely easier to play a 1-on-1 game
like an
to
eight
30
tour
for
stop
a
or
set
they
amount of
talking about big
money
three. Yeah,
than running up and down the court or even playing in a Big Three. I feel like because
yeah,
the amount of money you can make playing one or two 1-on-1 games a year, maybe a few, like just depending on how you feel, like how you want to get into it. The amount of money you can make doing that, you can make the same amount of money playing in a Big Three, or like close to the same amount of money playing in a Big Three, or going overseas and playing. Like
yeah,
depending on like your body and how your body reacts to you playing and things like that. I just feel like it makes sense for certain people.
yeah. Well, regardless of what's next for John Wall, man, definitely looking forward to what is next from him, because he's just based on his video he put out talking about he's looking forward to what's next in the journey for him while he's stepping away from the game, at least at that level. So big props to John Wall
For sure.
and congrats
For sure. Shout
on
out
a good
John Wall, man.
retirement.
I saw somebody talk about the John Wall song. That's still on my phone, still on my playlist to this day, bro. Never leaving.
Yeah,
In 2025, I will play that song in the gym. Don't play with me. And I will be in there between plays. Don't let me hit a three with that song playing.
come on now. I remember you
I
did that in
listen
gym class.
I'm
I
one
remember
I'm
you
one
did
of the
that in
ones I do
gym
listen to
class,
music
man.
during playing pickup. I only have one in, but I do listen to music playing pickup.
Is it the right or the left?
Left.
Come on now. Come on, man. Don't play with that boy. All right. Transitioning back to the W. We do got notable matchups at the moment as we're recording. We have New York Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx for the third time in 2 weeks. What it feels like.
Shit. Fourth time in 2 weeks.
Fourth time. My goodness.
Second time in the last 3 days, 2 days. They played Sunday
They
or
did play
Saturday.
Sunday or Saturday.
Sunday, and then
They
they
played
played Saturday, and
Saturday.
now
They
they played
played
today.
Saturday. They played Saturday because the oh my gosh, bro. Like they played Saturday, right? Because
Oh
I was
yeah,
trying to
because of
watch the
preseason
game,
games.
right? I was trying to watch the game Saturday afternoon, 2 o'clock. I turned the game. I turned my TV on. I turned the game on. Right. Guess what's freaking playing? The Carolina Panthers versus the Houston Texans preseason game. Not regular season, preseason game. Bryce Young not even on the field. CJ Stroud not even on the field. That's cool. We looking at second string, third string rookies trying to ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing against that. Get your bag, get your job, all right. But at the same time, bro, and we got a finals rematch that has been semi promoted. That I can't watch anywhere because I live in South Carolina and I gotta watch the local what's going on locally. I even went on CBSSports.com. There was like, nah, we need your location. And proceeded to show me the Carolina Panthers against the Houston Texans. So I went about my ways to watching this game or watching bits and pieces of this game. 'Cause I couldn't watch the whole game because I was doing things in the mid. Like I like to have things on while I'm doing other things. You know, like I would be watching, but at the same time, had laundry I was doing. So, but nah, you can talk about the game as you watch the game.
Yeah, man. The link started out pretty quick. Looked like it was going to be another blowout. And then the Liberty slowed it down. We're able to make it a game. Really controlled the second quarter. And the third quarter was a little bit back and forth, and then the fourth quarter, I feel like the Lynx just there's gonna be a quarter or two where the Lynx just like weigh on you, and their chemistry is just gonna show so well. Um, and it typically happens in every game. But in this game it happened, and then it just looked like the Liberty just didn't really have an answer.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and for them to be this good without Fee on the court is super impressive. Just because without Fee on the court, there's not one player that you're like, all right, we gotta stop this player. Like, and it should make it easier for you to stop these players. But they all move the ball so well. They all move off the ball so well. They're all so unselfish that it's still hard to guard them because yes, you know Courtney Williams wants to get to the mid range. But if you don't, if you help too much and try to stop Courtney Williams from getting that mid range, then Atlanta Smith can get a layup. She can get a three. She can get the pass and then dump it down to Jessica Shepard. She can get the pass, then dump it down or dump it back to Kayla McBride. Like there's just so many different things that they can do that causes issues for teams, and I think that's something that we don't see with a lot of teams, and that's why they've struggled. Is like not all of these teams play together. Not all of these teams play on a string, and I think the fact that the Lynx do um, is what gives them the advantage more times than not. I think they've only lost one home game this year. I guess two because they lost one in the Commissioner Cup, but that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but they take care of home court, and then they've only lost like what two or three on the road. So um, they're a defense first team, but then once you feel like all right, we got them, like all right, we're here, they take another step, and sometimes you can't match that energy. Like
Yeah.
you gotta match their intensity, you gotta match their energy for 40 minutes. And if you
Mm-hmm.
can't do that, it's gonna be a long night, or it's just gonna be a game where you feel like you're in it, and then there's gonna be a 3 or 4 minute stretch where they just make a ton of different plays where they get a steal, they get a layup, then they get a stop, they get down, they hit a three. It's just so many different things they can do, and it just is really hard to guard. And for the Liberty, without without both players, like without Fee and without Stewie on the team, on paper you would say the Liberty probably could win, like should win, but they still haven't done it. Like, and again, they're playing right now, so saying that, and they could turn out and win this game, but it's just weird. Like,
Yeah.
it's just weird to see both of these teams play without their best player. And the Liberty, like they go through stretches where they look like they don't know what they want to do. Like, boy, you have Sabrina Ionescu and you have John Cole Jones and you have Emma Meeson.
Come
Like you
on,
have
bro.
three players that you can play through
Yes, and you have
to get you
difference
what you need
makers
to get to.
around them. You got
Yeah, you
Leonie
got
Phoebus that
Phoebus,
was
you
big in
got
the finals
Natasha
last year.
Cloud,
You got Natasha Cloud. You got Marie Johannes. Like, come on.
you got more than enough,
Listen, the way
more
they
than
looked
enough.
against the Aces and the way they looked against the Lynx, I don't want to say it's auto concern, but it's something they gotta fix. It's not
Yeah,
convincing.
I think it just shows they really do need. Like, it just shows how good Stewie is, really.
Yes,
Like how much that she makes up for. Like, yes, you can have John Quell and you can have Emma Meesseman, but Stewie makes up for so much on both ends of the floor. Like
yes,
Stewie's a player
a
that like, oh, it's seven
presence.
sec. Like I heard the commentary team say this on Saturday. They were like, a lot of times, like they asked Courtney Williams, like, what's the difference without playing without Nafisa? And she was like, it's hard, but it's really the most difficult when it's like 8 seconds left. Because then what do we do? Normally we just give it to Fee and let Fee go to work. And I think it's the same for the Liberty. Like when they're struggling, like, all right, we got to run a play for Stewie. All right, let's run a play for Stewie, or let's run a play for Sabrina. But then when there's no Stewie on the court, they know that you're running your two woman game between Sabrina and John Quell,
Yeah,
and they're gonna go back to what they've been doing in years past, where they're just gonna try to trap Sabrina and make everything really difficult. So then when she makes that next pass to John Quell, then John Quell's got to make a decision rather than it being Stewie. And it's not
yeah,
that John Quell's bad at decision making, but Stewie is much more equipped to make the decisions from that middle of the floor than John Quell is. And I think even Emma Meeseman is, but I don't know if Emma Meeseman is at that level or is at the cardio level to be able to do that right now at a
yeah.
high level, just because they
Also with
really
the
need her to do
chemistry
that
too.
almost every play. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like she has some chemistry with some players, but like it's different when you're playing a different system and things like that. Like it's easy to say like, oh yeah, I've got chemistry with these players, I got chemistry with these players, but like until it's on the floor and you got to do it against the best defenses and teams that are actually been together, like a team like the Lynx, like you can do it against teams like the Sparks because they don't play a lot of defense. But when you're playing against a team like the Lynx, who are known for defense, when you're playing against a team that has Asia Wilson on it, like you got to figure out different ways to make it difficult or like to make or to open up the floor because Asia Wilson is gonna be in that paint. Like you're
Yep.
not gonna be able to just do some random stuff down there and score. So even with Atlanta, like you got BG and you got Bree Jones down there, like it's not gonna be easy to go down there and score. So I think it's just they need Stewie to come back, but it's also like they have to trust each other in a little bit. Like when they started to trust each other in the second quarter, it was a lot different of a game. And
Yeah,
then they went back to like third and fourth quarter. They went back to things that got them down. And the Lynx, and sometimes to a fault because the game that they played against the Fever in the Commissioner's Cup, they trusted each other too much, and they just kept making that extra pass, and they just weren't making shots that day. But
yeah,
I think that's also a good thing because you're always going to trust your teammates. You're always going to trust the work.
yep,
And sometimes the Liberty don't do that. Sometimes the Liberty are like, all right, I got to get a shot here. And instead of making sure you trying to force a shot can get somebody else a better shot. And sometimes they don't really do that.
yeah. I think it's interesting. Just thinking about how with some of these teams, like talking about the absences of Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, and really thinking about how much of an impact they have towards their teams and how different their teams are without them. Also think of Adrian Wilson as well, who hasn't missed a lot of time, but I mean, I know if she were to miss a significant amount of time away from this team, we already know it would be bad for the Las Vegas Aces as well. But just showing how a domino force these players are when they are on the court. And I think it's a good time for them to figure out their identities outside of them during this time. I mean, the Lynx have been able to do so for the better part of what 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now without fee.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is a good thing for the playoffs
yes,
because you
yes,
you
that
you
was
don't
my
feel
next
bad
point.
about her
Move
sitting on the bench.
with the playoffs being weeks away. I think it's important for the rest of the team, or for these teams to find out their identity outside of their star players. Um, More importantly, I mean, you got the Lynx who've been the best team and are the best team in the league this season. I mean, it is a what 6, 7, 8 game difference
Six and a half
between
game lead
6.5 game lead between
between them
first
and
and
the
second.
second
Okay,
seed,
yeah.
which is currently Atlanta.
So it's like they separate themselves away from the pack, where
Yes.
2 through 4 to 5 is pretty close.
Yeah, 2 through 5 is a game and a half, and then 5 through 10 or 6 through 10, I think is also a game and a half.
Got it. But yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree with you, man. I think the Liberty definitely need to win this game tonight to give them some type of momentum, give them a competitive push in a sense, and I like to see where they take this, man. Because I mean, Sabrina Ionescu definitely has the capabilities of being that star player, being that impact player as well. I think she could be playing at an MVP level, um, and be very important for this New York Liberty team going forward. But it has to be done.
Yeah, I think it's clear. Like you can see when teams start to bother her because they play her a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when there's one of John Quote or Stewie not on the court, it makes the whole team a lot easier to guard. Um, I just feel like, and they just hit two threes to go up 8, so they might be able to make a run here and win this game. But um, I just feel like they have to have a better system when there's someone that's not in the game, whether it be Stewie or John Quill or even Sabrina. Like there has to be a more of a flow when it's not all three of them on the court at the same time because it's easy to score when you have John Quill, Stewie, and Sabrina because you're gonna have Phoebus and you're gonna have Cloud who are able to knock down the three, so you can't leave them necessarily. So for me, I'm just looking at it like you have to make it a little bit easier for Sabrina to get shots because when you put the ball in her hands, they're gonna trap. They're gonna send high hedges. They're not gonna let her come off and get easy looks because if she comes off a screen, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna have a good look at a three ball. So you definitely don't want her to shoot that. And then she's gotten better at getting to the rim and finishing at the rim. So really, you just want to try to push her back to half court and then make someone else make the decision, similar to what they do with Luca. Like you want to push him to half court, make him make that extra pass, and then figure out there. Same with Steph. Like back him up, make him make the extra pass, and make someone else beat you. Like even if it's Draymond, even if it's um at that time it was like Derek Lively, PJ Washington, Daniel Gafford, like whoever the case may be. we're gonna make someone else make that play. And I think that's what teams have been able to do with Sabrina now with Stewie being out, and then even when John Quell was out, but Stewie is a better passer, so it made it easier. But I think once Emma Misima like really gets into the offense, I think it's going to be a little bit easier for them, especially with Stewie coming back.
Currently up 45-35 at the time of recording. 2 minutes left in the first half. Um, looks like the player. I mean, I'm just looking at the box score. I'm not watching the game at the moment, but it looks like the players that we've mentioned are making their impact felt. John Cole Jones, 17 points for rebounds. Sabrina Ionescu with 7 points and 8 assists. So
Yeah, she's been able to find John Quell for three. She's been able to find Emma Misima rolling to the rim. So their offenses look a lot more fluid and a lot more consistent tonight for sure.
for sure. All right. Other notable matchups that we have this upcoming week. Aces
I have them
and
written down if you need me.
you said what?
I said I have them written down if you need.
Got you. Got Aces in the Dream as the next one that I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
as far as tonight goes. You can go ahead and go down the list of the other ones that you have.
Mercury and Valkyries is also tonight. The ones that I wrote down were just that were between two playoff teams or playoff potential teams.
Got it.
Um, we have, like I said, Mercury and Valkyries tonight. Thursday, we have Lynx and Dream, which is currently that's the 1 and 2 seeds. We have Mercury Aces, who are very close. I think Mercury's 4, Aces are 5. Friday, we have Valkyries Mercury, who are playing tonight as well. And then Friday, we also have Lynx Fever. So the Lynx are playing at New York this week, at Atlanta, and then at Indiana. All three of those games are
What
playoff
road trip?
teams. And then Saturday, the Liberty play the Dream, which is two versus three right now, as the current with the current standings. Aces versus Mystics on Saturday as well, which I think is like 5 versus 9, maybe 10. I think it's 10. And then the Storm and the Mystics on Sunday. So a lot of these things could change. A lot of these things could change based off of certain matchups and certain games and how certain teams play. Actually didn't see the Sparks games this week. Let me go and look at that real quick, see if I can find. Because they had games, but they might have been playing teams that, yeah, like they're playing the Wings. It's not a playoff team. They're playing. Oh, they only play Wednesday, and that's it. Actually, okay. So I was like, let me make sure I'm not missing the Sparks games because they've been one of those teams that are playing. They've been playing like every game is a playoff game, but they only play the Wings this week, so they should go 1-0 this week. Um, but yeah, those are the playoff type of matchups that we'll see. So we'll see a couple 1 versus 2,
Mm-hmm.
or we'll see a 1 versus 2, a 2 versus 3. We're seeing a 1 versus 3 right now. So, and then we have a 3 versus or a 2 versus 5 tonight. So, um, just a lot of different playoff type of matchups, and just the playoff atmospheres in certain cities have been amazing. I'm sure Vegas is going to be up tonight. I know Golden State's going to be up tonight. So, can't wait to watch those games. And then Atlanta for the Lynx game is going to have to be up again. The Aces with the Mercury coming into town on Thursday, going to be up again. Phoenix plays Golden State on a back to back after playing the Aces, so that's going to be a game for the Valkyries where if they don't win tonight, they're definitely going to be trying to steal one on Friday. With them coming off a back to back, the Lynx, the Fever is a playoff team, but they just lost Sylvie Cunningham for the year. They still don't have Caitlin Clark. I think they said they're signing Shea Petty to a 7-day deal, so
I did peep
um,
that.
their backcourt is all vets who don't really have a ton of chemistry playing together outside of like Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hole.
Yeah.
Ozzy Smith's been there for a little bit at this point, but it's still like it's still hard to just throw vets in and just be like, all right, this is the system that we play. Let's do this at a high level type of thing. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I'm looking at the Valkyries this week. I'm looking at the Aces. I'm looking at the Mystics, and I'm looking at the Dream. The Dream have the Aces, the Liberty, and the Lynx this week. I want to see how they fare against those three teams.
Yeah. Oh fuck. What was that last? What was
They
that
good.
last thing you said? 'Cause I was about to say something. I just lost my whole chain of thought.
I said the Dream is the team I'm looking at this week, or one of the teams that I'm looking at this week, because they have the Aces, the Liberty, and the Lynx this week.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
also
that's
said the Valkyries.
definitely a big slate of games right there. Where they'll be battle tested ahead of the playoffs. They're currently second,
Hmm.
so
Which, like, if they win two of those three, they get, like, if say they beat the Aces tonight, say they beat the Liberty on Saturday,
hmm
um, that just gives them more of a cushion. Like, they're not going to catch the Lynx, but it just gives them more of a cushion to, like, keep that two seed. Like,
yeah,
the game tonight is important. Obviously, the game against the Lynx is important, but, like, if you lose that game, you don't feel too bad. But you got to get the games against the Liberty and the Aces with the Dream, because you don't want to fall to 4 or 5,
yep,
especially with the way you played all season. Like, that would be my thing. It's like, if I'm the Dream, I would want to make sure that I get that two seed, just because I've been so consistent all season. Like, there's just no way at the end of the season we let a couple teams get hot and just take those. You know,
yeah,
like,
no,
you gotta hold for, you gotta stand on what you've done all season, and just give yourself the best chance to win once you get to the playoffs. Like, you didn't play 75% of the games to be at the two seed, and then by the end of the season be 4 or 5. Like, that would be disappointing in my opinion, because then that doesn't give you the same kind of chance of getting to the conference finals or getting to the finals.
yeah, I would have to agree, man. They Alicia Grace had a great season. Ryan Howard has been good. Um, I just hope they're able to capitalize off of the success they've had so far to this point. Um, they have what 10 games left, and I don't know. A lot could happen in them 10 games. As I'm looking at the standings, it's like really like I mentioned, 2 through I'll even say 2 through 6 is really close.
Yeah, yeah, 2 through 6 is still close. I think it's 6 Indiana though.
6 is Indiana at 19 and 16. Then you got Golden
Yeah,
State at 18 and 16, which
yeah.
they're also a wild card. Seattle, they
Hmm.
got a lot of ground to cover,
Yep.
especially this late in the season. But
Yeah,
I
two
mean,
through 10 is honestly still really close. Like,
yeah,
there's
like
there's
I'm
enough
not
games for it to
expecting things to
shuffle a
stay
lot.
the same this time next week. Like it's gonna be some change. It's gonna be some mix up.
Yeah, I feel like me when I go to do my power rankings every week, there's like the bottom three easy to do.
Yeah,
Then the number one team has been easy to do for 90% of the season. It was either the Liberty until they lost their first game, then it was the Lynx
the
until they
links, and it's
lost
been the links
multiple
since.
games. Um,
Oh no, it was a new number one, wasn't it?
when not this week, no.
I just saw Cam's comment.
Hey man, the Wings. I love the Wings.
We love the wings. We love the wings,
Y'all
though.
know this,
We love the
but
wings.
when it comes to playoff conversations, they're just not in those. Even though they're not mathematically eliminated, but they would have to win a couple games this past week that
Yeah,
just slipped through their fingers a little bit. Um, but it's always love for the Wings, man.
always
But yeah, they've been easy to rank all season. I think the highest they got was like 8, maybe
probably.
maybe 8. Um, like the Sun, the Sky, the Wings, they've been 8 to 13 all season. Uh, so they've been really easy to rank. It's like that. It's like from like 3 to 9, 3 to 8. That I'm like, ah. Like this week was tough because the Fever lost 2 games, and I think I had them either 2 or 3. I think I had them 3 last week.
Mm.
So I'm like, when you lose 2 games and they lost to the Wings, one of those, and there's another team they lost to, that I was like, well, you losing to those teams, I can't really. And then I think they beat the Sun in either overtime or it was a really close game. So I'm like, you gotta drop, bro. But then they just kept dropping, kept dropping. I was like, all right, well, they can't drop below the Storm. The Storm were at 9, I think, which is crazy because at one point they were number 2.
Exactly.
So it's like it's just wild to see like the turnaround from week to week,
Night to night.
because there's not that many teams. So like you're playing the same. Like somebody gotta lose, so somebody gotta
Yeah.
fall. So
Yeah.
it's different than doing like a power rankings every week for the NBA because for the most part it's gonna stand pat once it starts. But with these, like you could jump from 3 to 9, or fall from 3 to 9, or jump from 8 to 4. So it's definitely gonna be interesting to see how it goes for the rest of this stretch. Just because, again, all these teams are gonna have to play each other. So it's not like, oh, we got the easiest schedule, or we get to play or not Golden State. We get to play Chicago twice and Connecticut twice, and like, nah, you gotta play the teams that you're trying not to play in the playoffs. So that's why I think this really gets interesting for real.
Mm-hmm. You want to go ahead and talk X factors then? Since I mean, I already feel like we just went through the
Let's
playoff
do it.
picture. All right. X factors for the playoffs. We can
We can go from
start
one seed
with
to
the
10
Minnesota
seed.
Lynx. Are we? Huh?
I said we can go from 1 seed to 10 seed because
Okay.
the 10 team is still has a chance to make the playoffs. So
Got it.
we start with the links and then go down.
Yeah. So all right. Lynx X factors.
You want
Lynx.
me to go first? Or you want to go first?
You can go first. I'm writing down. What should I call it? The standings at the moment.
X factor for the links. I feel like in most years I say Caleb McBride, but I feel like this year I'm gonna say Dejan Carrington.
I like it.
Um, I think Caleb McBride has been so consistent over the past couple of years that at this point you know what you're gonna get from her. Courtney Williams is probably one of those, like, when she's great, she's great. When she's bad, she's pretty bad. But you've gotten great more often than not, so I feel pretty good about her as well. Bridget Carlson hasn't had the season that she had last year, but she's been probably better defensively than she was last year, even though she was good defensively last year. And then Alana Smith has been more of the same of last year, and then obviously Fia's the MVP. So I would say Dejanay, maybe even Natisha Hydeman, but I would lead towards Dejanay just because of the type of what they're going to rely on her for in the playoffs in
Yeah.
terms of guarding the best player, the best perimeter player. Um, and Courtney Williams said this on the AZ podcast too, where like Caleb McBride was guarding the best perimeter player, and Caleb McBride is not at all a bad defender. But when you have somebody that's an all defensive type of player, you can when you start with Caleb McBride on them, and then Caleb McBride, makes it difficult for them, and then you come in with Dejanay, and it's like, damn, normally when that initial defender goes to the bench, you're like, all right, cool, I got a couple minutes to get my things off before I go to the bench and get my break. Not with the Lynx, because once K Mac goes to the bench, then you got to deal with Dejanay. You still got to deal with Natisha Hardiman, who's really a pest. You still got to deal with Courtney Williams, who really just gonna talk trash to you. Like, she's gonna fight over screens. She's gonna fight over everything that you're gonna try to do. And then you still got Caitlin Bride, you still got Bridget Carlton, who are really good defenders as well. So I would say Dejanay Carrington, not really for the offense. Like, obviously, if she's making threes and she's able to create for herself, or like just make plays, like that's an added bonus. But I think it's more so the defense, really, like just being able to slow down other players, and then Caleb McBride being able to play on that secondary playmaker, or that secondary offensive guard, to where she doesn't have to tire herself out as much as she probably had to in year like last year chasing around Sabrina Ionescu in the playoffs, or in the finals, I should say. Um, I just think from matchups like Seattle potentially, for the Aces potentially, for the Liberty potentially, for the Dream potentially, like that's where you want Dejanay Carrington. And I think her being able to come into the game and just be a real pest defensively, and just be a lockdown defender, and really try to irritate their best guards is huge for the
Yeah.
playoffs.
I agree as well. Being that this is a player that you traded for, yeah. This is a player that you
Hmm.
felt can make a difference for you in the postseason, that could come in and positively impact your team and put you guys over the edge as far as getting the championship goes, because you guys were a couple possessions away from getting the championship last year. I mean, granted, things didn't go your way, we're not gonna revisit that too much. But you guys have shown this, that you are the strongest team out there this season. Winning the Commissioner's Cup. Well, no, they lost the Commissioner's Cup, didn't they? In the end, won the Commissioner's
Yeah,
Cup. Getting back to the
they did.
Commissioner's Cup though, and have remained the best team all season, standings wise, and that move to get a player like DJ Carrington, as Tariq mentioned, all defensive talent player, um, someone that can help you a lot out, that can help you out a lot on the perimeter. Um, they really come in really to serve as like a, I don't want to say a defensive anchor, but just a defensive,
Stopper.
yeah, defensive stopper that that can come in and help your second unit out, or even help your first unit out, or just very like defense wins championships, man.
Yeah,
Defense wins championships. The last three teams that won a championship have been great defensively. I don't know why I said last three. I meant to say. See, I don't. It feels like this team has already won one, but they haven't. Well, no, you can say the last three champions.
yeah. I mean, it was the
Yeah,
Aces,
you say
Liberty,
New
and
York
yeah,
Aces
Aces and
and
Liberty.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago too. Yeah,
That they were good
Chicago
defensively
was
with
good
Kalia
defensively. Yeah,
Copper, um, and Candace.
defensive player of the year, Candace Parker
Yeah, talk that talk.
won
But
that.
yeah, I definitely would say DJ Harrison as well. All right, the Atlanta Dream, the X factor here.
Uh, you wanna go ahead?
I mean, I got one thought. I don't know. I'll throw a name out there. We can really discuss this one through, because I don't really have like a set person yet, but I'm thinking that it'll be between their bigs, either Bree Jones or Brittany Griner, as far as who would be the X factor for them, um, because the teams that are also contending, they have a strong front court, and that really is where the difference lies in terms of these matchups, is the talent and the skill set in the front courts. I think that while this has been a crazy season from BG, I still think that she has the capabilities of having a good postseason and being effective for the Atlanta Dream. Bree Jones has been good this season as well. I think them two together can really just help strengthen the Dream as a whole in the playoffs, with them having their experience that they have, um, kind of making things easier for Ryan and Alicia, who don't have as much playoff experience.
Yeah, I would say for me, it's probably Nas,
Mm,
just because she's been so key for them over this recent stretch of games where BG was out, Ryan was out, really in just July, and then this stretch in August, where she's really solidified herself as like the sixth woman of the year. She's been able to start next to Bree Jones and play really well. I think if they can get her to still have that impact off the bench, I think that'll be key for them. And then I feel like with Bree Jones, you know what you're gonna get. BG hasn't been BG this year, but I think in a playoff setting, she's gonna know what she needs to do well. Now, for her, I would just say she got to stay out of foul trouble and set some better screens, because that's really been her issue for most of this year. Is just either being injured or setting moving screens that have put her in foul trouble. But uh, Ryan and Alicia, I like. We don't know for sure what they're gonna do, but I trust them enough to say like I can see them having good playoff runs. So I would say Nas Hillman is like that stretch player or that swing player for them. If like if she's playing to the ability she's been playing at the last couple of weeks or month or so, she gives them a real chance to compete with the best teams in the league, or at like compete like one of the best teams in the league, because they're number two right now. So they have to be treated as such.
not bad, not bad. All right, the New York Liberty, 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 Liberty. Um, X factor for them. let's see. I feel like the X Factor last year was Leonie Fevich, and I feel like that's probably who. I don't know. I feel like she established herself last year, and it's like she set a standard for herself about how she would have to perform this year for them to go back to back. I would think. I would think it would be Natasha Cloud because of the capabilities that she opens up for this team when she's playing at a high level. Um, we saw her play pretty well at the beginning of the season, and she has since been up and down throughout the season. But when she's been at her best, the Liberty have been at their best at times. So I think she can be a difference maker, a real difference maker for the Liberty in the playoffs this upcoming season, especially defensively too. She helps out Sabrina on
For sure.
the perimeter, and she has a motor, bro. She hustles. She gets after it on the defensive end, and I think whenever you do play against a team like, trying to think who has like, I don't know. I mean, when you play against Atlanta team that have um Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, when you play against the Minnesota Lynx, you have Courtney Williams and Kayla McBride. When you play against Vegas Aces, who have Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, and Jackie Yana, you got to do it on the perimeter like that. You want to throw out those people that you know can help disrupt their games and
Mhm.
kind of help bring the advantage back on to you.
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, I feel like I've said this the last couple of years. I still think it's Sabrina. Um, just because the swing factor, I feel like she can give you 30 one night, or there's another night where she could give you 8 to 9. I think efficiency in the playoffs and potentially in the finals is what's key for her. We're still yet to see her play a really efficient playoffs, and it didn't hurt them last year, but it certainly didn't. I don't want to say it helped them. She was able to make enough big time shots to keep them or to help them win the championship. But I feel like if she is efficient and consistent with that efficiency, then it makes them really, really difficult to beat, especially if they have Stewie, Jonquil, and Emma Eastman all on the court or all available, I should say. Um, because I feel like at this point we know what we're getting from Stewie, we know what we're getting from Jonquil. Um, even Emma Eastman, like she's been known to be a playoff riser, even when she was coming off the bench with Washington. So, and then Natasha Cloud, it's not like you're relying on her to score a ton. You're really looking at her to play similar to DJ Carrington, just play really good defense and then knock down the occasional three, and then like set the offense, set the table for certain players. But I feel like when Sabrina plays really well, that's when this team is most difficult to beat. When she is hitting threes at a rapid pace, it's really hard to stop this team. So I would say for the Liberty, I would say Sabrina.
All right, for the Phoenix Mercury, I would say Phoenix Mercury. If I were to assess Phoenix Mercury, I feel like it'd be led by Alyssa Thomas, accompanied by Kalia Copper and Satu Sabaling. And I would think that their X Factor. I mean, obviously the supporting cast around them. I'm trying to think of a specific person. Hmm. I don't know. Who do you think?
For me, I would say Satu.
Okay.
Um, I think again, I keep going back to the swing factor word, but I just
Yeah.
feel like those players that can literally swing a game, swing a series, are always really important. Um, we've seen Alyssa Thomas be the best player on a playoff team, a best player on the team that has gotten to the finals. We've seen Ka be the finals MVP. I think with both of those two on the same floor at the same time, or both of those two being that experience, um, I think it's really key to see what they can do. But or like it's key to have them there and like have that experience, especially when you have DeWanna Bonner as well. But I think Satu on both sides of the floor is going to be super important because if she's able to score at an efficient rate and confident, like in a confident way, I think she just opens the floor up for everybody. Like if she's able to hit that three, then you have to step up on her three. She can drive by you. She can make plays for herself, make plays for others. And then defensively, if she can stay out of foul trouble, she can really help in the paint. She can help on the perimeter. She can help defense. Um, but that's just the thing. It's like she's got to be on the floor. That's why I feel like she's the X factor because when she's on the floor and she's playing really well, it's one of the top teams in the league. But if she's not, it looks like just another one of the top 6 or 7 teams in the league. And there's a big gap between 2 and 6, 2 and 7. Um, so yeah, I think if she's playing at a high level, playing like she was early in the season, or playing like when she's played, if she plays at her highest level, this team has a real chance of winning the championship. But if she plays at a level of like I'm really good, but I'm like she's just not pushing it, she's not forcing herself to take it to another gear, take it to another level, then that's where the Phoenix Mercury was struggling in the playoffs.
Yeah. Um, I'm not mad at that. I think Satu is definitely a ceiling raiser for sure, and I feel that she could have a great impact, as you mentioned. In a similar way as Sabrina Ionescu. Yeah, I'm my fault. I just really didn't have much to add on that one.
Very good. Next is the Aces,
Jewel Lloyd,
right? Jewel Lloyd.
Jewel
What you got
Lloyd,
there?
like um. Oh, we didn't even talk about Kelsey Plum's like comments on Sue Bird pod because she kind of
Mm,
talked about why she wanted out of Las Vegas, but
we
we
do
can
that
say
when we
that for
get to the
another day.
Sparks.
Yeah, but no. As far as the Aces go, uh, Asia Wilson performed at a high level. Some are saying that she's crept her way back into the MVP conversation. Um, Not mad at that, especially being that the Aces are on the run that they are on currently. Um, you got Jackie Young, who's been playing well. She performs well at a consistent rate. Chelsea Gray has been solid, consistent. Only person that has really been very inconsistent this season has been Jewel Lloyd. Um, Now when Jewel Lloyd has been on, it's been great. But when she's been off, it's been terrible. Like, let's keep it a stack. Love Jewel Lloyd, love her game, but the Aces need her to be consistent, especially um, especially if they want a shot at a chip. Like they went from being a contender to make being on pace to miss the playoffs to being back on track now, right? As long as they keep riding this momentum and stay on this wave that they're currently on, they'll be fine. But you know what will be very, very, very important for them to be able to stay on this wave is the play of Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd's gonna have to be consistent in her play, like consistent quality minutes, consistently good on a night to night basis, and that opens this team up. That opens the possibilities for this team if we get a consistent Jewel Lloyd from them. She's the X factor here. Her play, I don't say single handedly, but her play has a big influence on the Aces' success this postseason.
Um, I'm not mad at that. Um, for me, I would say Chelsea Gray just because when Chelsea Gray plays at her best, this team is damn near unstoppable to beat. We've seen her in the one playoff run where she went absolutely berserk.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, shooting what
and
like
they led
70%
them to
true
their
shooting.
first, literally, like led them to their first championship. And then we saw last year what it looked like when she wasn't 100%, wasn't Chelsea Gray. We saw what it looked like in the playoffs where they didn't even make the conference finals. So, um, for me, it's more of Chelsea Gray just being healthy and being confident.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if Joy Lloyd is struggling, Chelsea Gray's gonna find a way to get a good shot. And in the playoffs, she's not like if you're not making shots, she's not gonna keep just swinging you the rock. I'm gonna tell you that now. And Becky Hammond is also one of those people that's like, you get to the playoffs and you're not making shots, you just not gonna play. Like, but I feel like without Kelsey Plum on the team, it's gonna be the ball is gonna be in Chelsea Gray's hands even more than it has been in the past, just because Jackie Young has improved as a playmaker, but I still don't think she's going to be somebody that you're like the ball is in her hands a good amount of times to play make in the playoffs. So I think a lot of teams are going to come down to either AJ Wilson making a shot or making a play for herself, or Chelsea Gray making a play for others or play for herself. Like I think that's 99% of the time that's what's going to come down to in the playoffs.
Yep.
And I think if Chelsea Gray is being efficient and is playing at a high level, that gives them the best chance to win a championship again.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Indiana Fever. Who is their X Factor?
It's hard because everybody hurt now.
That's what I was thinking, bro. Like, I just wrote down Lexi Hall just now. I'm just like, dog, like, is it really like? Cause see, now she have an improved role with Sophie Cunningham out, and it's like I don't know. I didn't really see this team falling out of the playoff race because of the amount of injuries. Um,
Mm.
I mean, I know mm, that's it.
I
There's
mean, they still
six
got two All
now.
Stars.
They do have two All Stars. Now they could fall. They could fall to eight. They could fall to eight, or they could fall out. But
I mean, it's
I'm
really
not
close.
too
It's really close, so they could
optimistic.
end up.
I'm not too optimistic on them and their chances with things being this close, this late in the season, and them having I don't say a lot of ground to make up, but just being without a lot of pieces. Like if this was them, if there were six and they had a healthy squad, then yeah, all right. But they six and they don't have a healthy squad, and ain't no telling when people are coming back.
Yeah, they still don't have the timetable for Caitlyn
Still don't.
as far as I know. So, um, if I know her, well, I don't know her, but knowing what we've seen, I feel like she wants to come back and play.
Yeah.
But I feel like as more injuries start to pile up, they might just sit her for the rest of the season. But they're still, I would say, if she's not back in a week and a half, they probably go ahead and sit her.
Yep.
But if they have like 8 to 9 games left and she's able to come back, I think they let her come back. But if it gets to like 3 or 4 games, I don't know if they test it. Um,
I feel
for
like
me, I would go ahead.
I was gonna say I feel like if there isn't what's I about to say? Oh, I feel like if there's not a shot for y'all to win the chip this year, yeah, don't even rush back. Like I feel like y'all
That's the
can
thing. I
go win
mean,
it and go win it, but if not, don't rush back.
if she comes back, they're still able to run Caitlin, Kelsey, Lexi, Aaliyah, and Natasha Howard. And then off the bench, you still have Odyssey Sims, Michaela Timpson, Dantas. Like they still have a chance. As far as X Factor goes for this team, I would probably say Aaliyah. If Caitlyn comes back, I would say Aaliyah for sure. Just because with Caitlyn's on the floor, it makes the game a lot easier for Aaliyah. But even when Caitlyn has been on the floor, Aaliyah's been able to be pretty dominant this season. And she's been a very good decision maker this year in terms of playing that short role and being able to either choose to shoot the jumper, take it to the rim, or find somebody cutting to the rim or find the open three. And obviously, when Caitlin Clark is on the court, that gravity changes everything. So I would say
Hmm.
Aaliyah Boston is their X factor. Like Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark are obviously their two best scorers,
Yeah,
but with the things that you can get from Aaliyah Boston, especially in a playoff setting where it's typically in the playoffs, it comes down to post players. Um, she's going to be the key for them.
all
After
right.
Indiana, we have who?
We got the Golden State Valkyries.
Can you say the
I
whole
wrote
team? I'm
here.
just kidding.
You said what?
So can we say the whole team? I said no.
Honestly, man, like they are still I was saying not unidentified, but just more so like just there's not a star identified at least. Not at the moment. Kayla Thornton, their all star is out for the season. So you got like it's really a dice roll with them, you know? In
For
terms of who could
me,
step up. I'll put
I
Veronica
was go
Burton.
ahead. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I mean, she does when she plays well. That's probably when they're at their best.
Yeah.
Like if she has a like she's had some games. Like she had a game where she had 30 recently. I think. Um, yeah, she had 30 a couple games ago. And she has games where she's got double digit assists. So um, that's not a bad pick at all. For me, I would probably say Cecilia Zandolizini just because this past recent stretch of games where they've won against some like they've won some playoff type of games. Zandolizini, like she has no fear when she's shooting the ball, and she did play for a team that went to the finals last year, so it makes sense. And she's a seasoned vet overseas, so it's not like this is just her actual like second year pro. Like it's just her second year in the W. And I think she has a confidence because the rest of the team is confident in her and has the ultimate respect for her and confidence in her shooting to where she can shoot certain shots where you're like, damn, she's shooting that. But then when she makes it, you're like, okay, like she made that. So you can't really fault her for shooting that shot. So if that three ball is falling at the rate it had been or has been for the past couple of weeks, I think she's the X factor just because Veronica Burton has slowly started to keep or slowly started to prove herself as a point guard in this league, a starting point guard in this league, I should say. And then Janelle Salon has been really good as well. Um, but I think Xander Lazini is like the swing player for them in terms of just being able to put points up on the board at a high level or a high clip, I should say, especially against the teams they're gonna have to play against because they're gonna play potentially a Atlanta, a New York, or a Minnesota, or maybe even a Vegas. So you're gonna need as much scoring as you possibly can get, and if she's able to hit threes at a high level or a high rate, then it just opens the door for you.
Yeah, Xana Lizine has been balling, hooping lately.
Yeah, she's on my fantasy team, so I need to keep doing that.
I need to chill out.
Ah,
Yeah, we still in it, people. I thought I was done. I ain't even bring that up. I thought I was done. But we still in it. Hey, depending on how the
bro
rest of the
posted on
night go.
TikTok and everything. I said, bro, wow, bro.
Depending on how the rest of the night go, we could be closing the gap on that lead. That's who we got. So
Let's see. I've had Atlanta and Gavin Williams play so far. You've had, oh, okay. We'll
yeah,
see.
points
You might
all
be able to
types of
make it
spread
close.
out. Points all
Yeah,
type of
you might
points
have to
all
make it
types of
close.
spread out.
It sucks because I have so many forwards that I couldn't play so long tonight, so I had to take a guess of who I thought was going to play the best tonight, or I would have had five players in, but I
Oh,
couldn't
that's
play five
tough.
forwards. Yeah. Also, they need to change Haley Jones's thing from it don't got to be from guard to forward, but at least put guard forward. Like I hate that in the
Yeah, they
W.
don't
It's
have
like
that
you're either a guard or
flexibility,
you're a
dog.
forward. Like there's literally only two guards in the starting lineup. The rest is forwards or center.
Yep.
Like why do we only have the option to play two guards or have just players are only guards? Like this isn't. Uh, Haley Jones literally be playing the four 9 times out of 10. So like, why is she down as a guard? It's really annoying. Uh, but yeah, that's my fantasy basketball rant. Who do we have after
The
the Rockets?
Storm.
Is it the Storm?
I said Erica
Gabby
Wheeler,
Williams.
Brittany Sykes.
Gabby Williams. I went on a whole. I did a whole video about it, so I'm not gonna get too far into it. But Gabby Williams for me, just what she's able to do offensively and defensively when she's playing at her best. I don't think. I think she might be the biggest X factor in the entire WNBA. Like it's between her, Satu, and Sabrina for me. Like that's how good I believe she is. Like we saw what she did with France.
Yeah,
Like I've seen what she's done overseas. Like she has the capabilities of being a player that has can win MVP and be a Finals MVP. But I think there's just certain times where she just allows others to take the forefront, or she like takes a step back and she's just like, okay, I don't want to push it too much. But sometimes you just have to do that. Like sometimes you just have to like, hey, I have the advantage on this matchup. I have the advantage tonight. Like I'm gonna take advantage of it, or I don't feel like they can guard me, so I'm gonna go right at them. And I feel like she doesn't do that often enough. And when she has, there were stretches of games where she did that a lot, and they won.
yeah,
And then there's games where certain like Brittany Sykes came in and they were struggling to score in certain spots, struggling to score in half court, and she just has been super passive. So I just want to see her be
yeah,
more aggressive, more confident, like she was for 90% of the season.
yeah. You mentioned with your explanation, I'm leaning more towards Gabby Williams being my pick for the Storm's X Factor as well. Just based on the fact that she's able to make a tremendous difference in any basketball game that she's been in. Um, she is that well versed on both sides of the ball and really gets after it, man. Um, complete difference maker. Complete difference maker. The Los Angeles Sparks.
Oh, I'll go.
Uh,
I'll say Rakia Jackson.
yeah, that's what I was gonna go as
Um,
well.
when she scores like 20 plus points, I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I feel like they're damn near undefeated. Like when they went on their winning streak, she was playing at a super, super high level. Um, and she's still been playing really well, like after the winning streak. But I just feel like when you're able to get because Azare Stevens been super consistent, Kelsey Plummer's been pretty consistent. De'Erica Hamby's been really consistent. You get that fourth player that gives you 15 to 20 points on any given night. It just makes you really hard to guard because that's 80 points between four players. Then you just got to get a couple layups or a couple threes from Ray Burrell, get you some blocks and some points from Cam Brink, get you some points, some threes from Julie Alamon. Like it just opens the door, opens the floor up for everybody when you have that many players that can score at a high level. So I would say Rakia Jackson for sure, especially at the position that she plays at. Just in the size that she plays at, like if she's able to hit that three at a good clip and then is able to play off of that. Like once people start to like step out on the three, she's able to put the ball on the floor, make plays, and create for her or create a shot for herself. That's when it makes them really hard to guard.
Yeah, Rakia Jackson is baller, hooper, um, top tier difference maker, and has a load of potential. We've seen how she's been able to affect this team so far in her young career,
Some layup
and
stuff, Sabrina Weddle.
really feel like in a couple years they be giving her the keys. So yeah, definitely a difference maker, and definitely someone who is a force on the offensive end, can get to the basket, can score at will, and someone that can defend and rebound as well. Just an all around great player that raises the spark ceiling whenever she's out there on the floor. And last but not least, the Washington Mystics. I wrote down Jade Melbourne and Shakira Austin.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say Shakira Austin, but Jay Milburn was the first name that popped in my head. But I would say Shakira Austin just because, again, when she's played really well, she had a stretch a couple of weeks ago where she was putting up like numbers to where like Kiki didn't really even have to play or do a ton. That's how good she was playing. So if they can get Shakira Austin to play at a high level with Kiki and Sonya, not saying that makes them win a series or they're going to beat Minnesota or New York or anything like that, but it just gives them the best chance to win. Like that's really what X Factors is about. It's like who gives you the whose swing factor can give you the best chance to win. And if they don't play well, how likely is it that you lose? And I think Shakira Austin, when she's on the floor and healthy, has the potential of being one of the best centers in the league. So her being on a team where, or her being in a position where she's not even looked to be one of the best players in the league or one of the best centers in the league, where she's just like, she can just go out and just play. I think that puts them in a great position because you know what you're getting from Sonya, you know what you're getting from Kiki, even though it's going to be playoffs. So it's going to be a different setting. Um, I just feel like if you can get Shakira to be that, or even Jade Melbourne to play at a high level at the point guard spot, just making threes, making plays for other players, like I think it just opens the door for everybody else. JC Sheldon would be in that conversation too, but she's hurt right now, and I don't know where her timetable is.
Yeah.
That's our X
I
factors.
think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's our X factors for all the playoff or playoff potential teams. So if your team wasn't talked about, it's because they're not gonna make the playoffs. Sorry to you. And obviously, we did 10, so there's gonna be two teams that don't make the playoffs, but they're still in the conversation. They are still firmly in position to be able to make the playoffs. So that is why they were in the conversation.
Yes. All right. And for our last segment of the day, we are doing a draft.
One of
Where
our
we are
favorite things to
draft.
do.
Yes, where we are drafting players that building a team of playoff players.
Mhm.
I hope I described that correctly.
We're building a team based off of with players that are on playoff teams currently, that are teams that are going to be in the playoffs or with that are in playoff position.
Okay.
So from teams that are 1 through 10, you can draft players from that team
Got
to
it.
draft to make your team that you would put into the playoffs and try to help win a championship or have win a championship.
Got it. Flip a coin.
So let's say if you want to do stipulations, we can do
It's tails.
one player from
You got
each
first
team,
pick.
or we can just draft.
We could just draft. I don't want to do one player from each team. Which would could be fun, but at the same time, it's like, nah, let's actually build a team here. So
Okay. My first pick is going to be Nafisa Collier for
the
the
Feast of
Pistons.
Collier. Gotcha.
She was, I think she was the best player in the playoffs last year. I think she's been the best player this season. I think she's the MVP this season. So I'm gonna roll with it.
All
Roll
right.
with
I think I
Nafisa
already know
Collier.
what my first pick is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
No other than MV3 Asia Wilson.
Not mad at that.
All right. Who is your next pick, sir?
See, this is where it gets interesting. Where do I want to go? Do I want to go
I know.
forward again? Do I want to go
Mm-hmm.
guard?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to go all star? Do I want to go all W? Do I want to go role player? Because Fee is easier. Fee is pretty easy to build around, as you can see with Minnesota. So,
Yeah.
do I want to go point guard? Do I want to go off guard? I think to start, I'm gonna go Alicia Gray
Okay.
to pair next to to Nafisa Collier.
That's good hoops right there, man. Fee and Alicia. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's solid.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go to number. Mm, no, I go guard as well. Give me Sabrina.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna go Sabrina. Not mad at that though, because that was the other guard that I was thinking of. It's like,
Yeah,
do
I
I want
know
to
it
go
was. I
point
know
guard
exactly what it was. 'Cause I
or
was
do I
like,
want to
dang.
go?
I'm not saying that it's ever because I'm looking through. And looking at the Lynx, the Dream, the Liberty, Mercury, Aces, Fever, Valks, Storm,
Hmm.
Sparks, and Mystics. I mean, there's other guards I could have picked there, and
Hmm.
there's other guards I'm looking at. But in terms of like, it's really one or two guards I really want running my offense, and I know Sabrina
Yeah,
Nusku was one of those ones.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have Fee play my four, so I'm gonna go with a three here. But I want to think of who I want to get because I just got Alicia Gray.
Mm-hmm.
Fee is also able to shoot the three. Alicia Gray is a really good shooter. So I want to go with somebody that's able to shoot the ball but also defend at a high level because Alicia Gray is a great defender.
Mm-hmm.
So is Fee. Do I want to go defensive star? Do I want to go 3 and D? Do I want to go like Leonie Phoebus? Do I want to go like Gabby Williams type? Do I want to go Kayla McBride? Hmm. I think I'm between two players, but I'm trying to figure out what I want my. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Kayla McBride. Put her at my three.
That's a good pick.
Just another shooter. Makes it harder to guard them as well. Can't
All
help
right.
off Alicia. Can't help off Nafisa.
All right. I think where I'm gonna go next. Um, sticking to New York and get my center here, and that'll be Brianna Stewart.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. I'm not mad at that though. Um,
I like how he look, man. Front court is nice, and it's like if I can draft this team the way I want to, I feel pretty confident about my team.
I'm not mad at that. Centers that are in playoffs, point guards that are on playoff teams. We got we got Atlanta. We got Bree Jones. We got BG. We got Ezzy. Got NECA. She's not a five though, but I could have got NECA next to Fee. That would have been pretty nice. Um, I'm gonna go my point guard here, and I'm gonna go Chelsea Gray.
Tough. I like it. I really like the team that you're building. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I need somebody that's gonna get everybody to rock. Still capable of playing defense, capable of knocking down a three. Just capable of making plays for everybody.
Got it. I'm gonna take this next player and put her at my three. Um, just based on how I'm building this team at this current moment. A player that I feel is pretty good and can fit right in with the current place that I have now and make an impact on the floor. And that player is no other than Ryan Howard.
It's good. It's a good pick.
So yeah, I got Sabrina at the one, Ryan at the three, Asia at the four, Stu at the five. While you got Chelsea being your point, you got Alicia being your two, Caleb McBride your three, and Fee is your four. So who you picking for your five?
It's really great. It's interesting because since you picked Stewie and you already had Asia, I have to go with somebody that is a good defender or elite defender. A couple years ago, I'll go Brittany Griner here,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what we've seen this year, she is not the same. Um, could go John Quell, but I think we've seen John Quell get really frustrated with Asia in the past. So I'm not going to go there. Um, I'm gonna go Atlanta Smith. Honestly,
Mm,
I know it's a lot of links right now, but Atlanta Smith has been able to play next to Fee and be an elite defender for 2 straight years now. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. It
gotcha.
don't look pretty on paper,
Yeah.
but I know that what I've seen between those two works on defense and offense.
Hmm. 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 I got a couple ways I can go here because I feel like if I don't get this player now, I feel like you probably gonna get them next as your six man or your sixth player, or I don't know. It's like, all right, I think I'm just go ahead and go with it. Give me Jackie Young.
That was who I was thinking about for my starting three. I probably wasn't gonna draft it to bring off my bench. That would be kind of crazy.
All right, so those are our star lineups. I think I might switch Jackie's in my three and Ryan in my two, just so they can play their true positions.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because I had another thought, but I'll say that when that person is picked.
For my sixth woman of the year, I'm going to go Sonya Citron. Efficient, doesn't doesn't need the ball in her hands to score. Just, I know she hates that, bro. She's never doing another TikTok, bro.
Bro, Kiki just
They're
every
gassing
time
me.
she sees her,
Kiki
anytime
does
she
it
does
every time
anything,
she does anything, bro. It
grand
don't
opening,
matter what
grand
it is.
closing,
She
man.
like, dang, bro. Like, let her live. They're like, no,
Let me stop. If I do
it's
it again,
a
I'm aura farming.
no.
But all right,
It's
cool.
going
Sony
back first.
Citron, it's a good pick. It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Good pick. I think I'm going to go talking playoffs. Talking about someone who has a lot of playoff experience. Um, a vet, a OG in this game. I'm going with Skylar Diggins.
I thought you were talking about the one.
No, also OG in this game, but yeah, no. That's what I was gonna pick in my place in place of my Jackie Young pick. In place of my Jackie Young pick, but I think I like Skylar Diggins leading my second unit a little better. So
Mm.
yeah,
With my next pick, I'm gonna go Gabby Williams. It's gonna give me my point of attack defender off the bench. Uh, Player that I can put out there with my starters. I can put someone on the bench and run an Atlanta K Mat or an Atlanta Fee and Gabby Williams trio. Um, and just go be a pest. Go get steals. Go wreak havoc on the defensive end.
got it. Let me get Kalia Copper.
We're going all stars.
Yo, you might as well.
See, this is why I was gonna do stupidly.
Right, because it's like, yo, like we can really take and make the best teams for real, for real. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
like,
that's just
dang, in
basically
what
an all
world
star
is
draft. We
Skylar
already
Diggins
did that.
coming off the bench? Like, for what team?
That's
Like,
why. That's why I pick certain players because like Sonny Citron, like on a team like this, would come off the bench or could
yeah,
potentially come off the bench, or you could swap it.
yeah. Cause I'm thinking
She
about all the players that are
if she
available. I
comes
was
in
just
as a
like,
starter, Caleb Bragg
yo,
goes to the bench.
oh no, this is I don't know how to make this work, but I mean, I'm gonna make it work. I mean, it's like egos involved, but
I'm about to say we done seen Skylar with some ego, so go ahead, let her
oh
ruin your team. I'm cool. All
no,
my teammates gonna
no.
like each other. We all got good chemistry over here.
My teammates like each other, man.
You sure about that?
Skylar and Jackie with the Notre Dame. You got Stewie and Sabrina, they
So did
teammates.
Skylar and Jewel.
Okay, cool. Sky, Jewel not on the team.
Yeah, but you said Notre Dame like that means they automatically cool. Skylar and
Okay,
Jewel went there.
cool. Word.
See,
Listen, you got
see.
Asia and Ron. They played in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina and Stewie, they teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got nobody to pair up with Kyle yet at the moment, or any connections with Kyle at the moment. But yeah,
So you picked Ka just now.
I did pick Kyle. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I've got Sonya and Gabby off the bench. I need. I feel like I need a post player now. Um. Okay, Sabrina, talk to me then.
Sabrina
We can
cooking.
talk right now. She just locked Bridget Carlton up and got a steal
Okay.
and started talking her talk.
Okay.
Um.
Okay.
I'm going to go. Hmm, this is where it gets interesting. I'm gonna go. She comes off the bench and she's a great defender, so I'm gonna actually I'm gonna go Ezra Stevens.
Ezra Stevens. Okay, got a first spark off the board.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ezra Stevens. She able to shoot the three, great defender, can set screens, similar to Atlanta Smith. So not a drop off there.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I like that.
We staying in LA. Let me get Rakia Jackson.
I had a feeling you were gonna go there. All right, I have Sonia, Gabby, and Azare off my bench. I need a point of attack defender, but also a point guard. I could go a few different places here. I could go. Hmm. Man, I could go. Man, I could go. I'm gonna go Veronica Burton.
Good pick.
Go Veronica Burton is my backup PG. Point of attack defender. Better 3 point shooter this year, but there's enough 3 point shooters on the floor to where it won't hurt us if she's not able to shoot the three.
All right, word. I feel like with this group, man. I think I'm gonna go with Aaliyah Boston here.
Yeah. Bro, how would you ever be able to put this roster together, bro? You're not gonna be able to afford this team. But
It's
your
my
ninth
fantasy.
player on your roster is Aaliyah Boston.
I know that's insane. That's like I'm putting together like a Olympic level squad here.
Literally, and I'm over here trying to make a real squad.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. Nobody's gonna pick my team, but when they watch the video, they're gonna see why I was picking the way I was picking.
Yeah.
All right, you went
Whereas me, I'm
Veronica
just picking
Burton.
names. Or I don't want to say
I
picking
mean,
names,
I
but
went Veronica Burton. Right?
yeah, you went Veronica Burton. This your last
Um,
pick.
I'm gonna go. All right, I need a four. Need something I can defend, just in case my post players get in foul trouble. Since this man got Aaliyah Boston and Asia and Stewie. Surprised he didn't say John Quill. Shit, if I'm being honest, I should just say my 10th player is damn Melissa Thomas. Just give me an MVP
Go
off the end
ahead.
of 10.
I'm not.
No,
Ain't nothing stopping you, big dog.
no.
Ain't nothing
Yes, there
stopping you.
is. Make a real team, man.
The man in the mirror is stopping you. That's what it is. I'm not stopping. Nobody is stopping you but yourself, sir.
Anyways, I'm between two players here. Both young players, both block a lot of shots, bring a lot of size. But I'm gonna go Cam Brink.
Oh my gosh! That was literally my last pick, man. Dang.
Bro, how are you gonna have Cam Brink, Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and Aaliyah Boston, bro? You gotta come on now, be serious. Be serious, bro. Be
Oh
serious.
my gosh! I was about to draft Cam. I was like, I could get Cam last because she ain't been playing a lot this year, so that's cool.
That's crazy work, bro. And the crazy part is now I didn't draft her because she's hurt. but people definitely gonna look at this and be like, "No way, Caitlin Clark doesn't get drafted." But she hurt, so that's why I didn't draft her.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying a doggone
You forgot,
thing.
didn't you?
I ain't no, I ain't forget. I
Okay, you
didn't
just
forget.
didn't want her.
I ain't dropped it because she was hurt. Like you said.
Okay, okay. I mean, Fee hurt too though. But Fee has a timetable. Fee has a timetable.
I picked Sabrina.
Could have ran Sabrina and Caitlin.
No.
He said, "I don't like my backcourt's all white."
Hey, I ain't say that now. I did not say that. I did not say that. But
Oh
love
man.
for Kate, love for Caitlyn, bro. Love for Caitlyn. But
All
all right,
right.
love for
So,
one more.
oh, who's your 10th player? Did she just make that from half court and one?
Who, Sabrina?
Come on, bro. X Factor, bro.
That's why
X
she's on my
Factor.
team. That's why she's on my team.
X Factor. Sabrina
All right,
Ionescu. X
I'll chill out. I'll
Factor.
chill out on the crazy picks. I'll get a Leonida to end my.
That's OD, bro.
No, I'm
That's
playing. I'm
OD.
playing. But shout out to Leonida. She's been playing well this year, yo. I won't be surprised she's on the all rookie team.
I would.
Okay.
Because you got to think, like, it's not just rookies that were just drafted. It's also rookies
Oh, you
that
talking about
came
rookies
in. Like,
that?
Phoebus last year was a rookie. Julie
Yeah.
Van Loo last year was a rookie. So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Janelle Solana's a rookie.
Yeah.
Cat Westbeld is a rookie. Like,
Yup.
it's hella rookies.
All right. Well, let me get a rookie that will be on, like, undoubtedly be on the all rookie team. Kiki Area Finn.
Man. All right. So, my team, I'm gonna say it from point guard to center and the starting five. Chelsea Gray at the one,
Mhm.
Alicia Gray at the two,
Mhm.
Kayla McBride at the three,
Mhm.
Nafisa Collier at the four, Alana
Mhm.
Smith at the five. And off my bench, I have Sonia Citron. Well, actually, I'll do it in point guard to center again. I have Veronica Burton at my one off the bench, Sonia Citron at my two off the bench, Gabby Williams off my three off the bench, Cam Brink at my four off the bench, and then Azare Stevens at my five off the bench, or you can swap them. It really don't matter. Um, but I like my team. Even though my dog got a God squad over there, I feel good about the way my team will be able to play as a unit. We are if we get to draft coaches, I'm drafting Cheryl Reeve.
Yeah. I would
All
think
right,
you would
head
do
coach
so.
Cheryl Reeve.
Give me
Put that put that down low because that matters. Head
give me
coach Cheryl Reeve.
let me coach the squad. I'll coach the squad. I
Oh God, yeah,
put
we're
me
good.
put me on
We're
the other
so
side
good.
of put me on the other
We're
side of Coach
so
Reeve.
good. We're so good. We're so good. We are so
I'm
good.
gonna be like, look, hey, y'all, listen, go to work.
We are so good.
Do y'all.
We are so good, bro.
Sabrina Nescu five
We are so
threes.
good.
Bad playing.
No,
No, if I really do have to pick a coach in the league, I'll pick
don't be Becky Hammond because she only gonna play two of your bench players. So don't do that.
right.
How
I
many
don't
how many
know.
coaches do you know?
I was trying to think. Maybe it was Sandy or maybe Natalie Nakasi.
Hmm. So y'all shooting just threes out there. You got a team for that?
Got rebounders. You got shooters.
You got a
That's all you
team for
need.
shooting threes. That's what they do out there. Running gun
Got
shooter three.
rebounder and I got shooters. All right, you got Sabrina Nescu. She can shoot the ball. You got Ryan Howard. She can shoot the ball. You got Asia Wilson.
They
She can
might shoot
rebound the
you out the
ball.
game though.
You got Brianna Stewart. She can shoot and she
So
can
can
rebound the
Fee.
ball.
So can Atlanta Smith.
All right. And then you do my team that can do better.
I don't know about that though.
All right.
I've got better shooters in my starting lineup.
Better shooters than Big Brina.
I've got better shooters in my starting lineup.
Then Big Brina.
I've got better shooters in my starting lineup.
So you got all right. So you taking K Mac over Big Brina?
My lineup as a five. My lineup as a five
That was a
has better
five.
shooters.
Okay, okay. I can't argue that. Yeah,
Like I
I
have
can't
Alicia
argue
Gray,
that.
who won a
Yeah,
3 point contest. Kayla McBride, 3 point
yeah,
winner.
yeah. Fee
Chelsea
can
Gray,
shoot.
great 3 point shooter.
Yeah,
Fee can shoot the three, and
yeah.
Alana Smith can shoot the three.
But y'all be
All
cold,
five
and
of
they
them
should
can
be
shoot the
getting all the
three.
rebounds.
We
Asia
playing
Wilson get
five out.
rebounds.
We playing
Brianna
five
Stewart
out.
getting
We
rebounds.
playing five out. You're not
Vaughn
getting no
getting
rebounds. We're playing
rebounds.
five out.
Jackie Young getting rebounds. Sabrina Nusser, she
We're
getting
not worried about
rebounds.
that. Y'all, they must be offensive rebounds because we not missing that much.
Y'all
We
missing.
got efficiency.
Y'all missing.
Efficient hoops.
We
What are
got
you talking about?
defense. We got defense.
We have efficient hoops.
We got
Where?
defense.
Where?
Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Jackie Young. That's defense.
That's yeah, and it stops there. Your other two guards is food out there. Don't let them get a
Mm,
switch. It's a wrap. Don't do that because Sabrina and Bynum shoot for real, for real.
I'm not
Let's
gonna say
not do
it.
that.
You can say it. I'm not gonna say it.
My guards, you cannot say the same. Alicia Gray, elite. Kayla McBride, elite. Chelsea Gray, a little bit older, but she still played great defense.
Yep.
And don't even get to the
Well,
bench.
I don't.
Gabby
It's
Williams
only
locking
eight
that shit
fifty
up.
five. Dang, I'm yawning. And the
The
NBA
New
want
York Liberty have beaten the Minnesota Lynx
to
for the first time this season. So the
in the
season
NBA want
series
to
will
push
end
back their
3-1.
games on Tuesdays to 11 o'clock.
Now I wonder if the Liberty fans are talking trash to Courtney Williams because she said she was talking trash to the Liberty fans after the last game. She's like, "It's quiet in here."
Gots to return that.
First win versus Minnesota this season for the Liberty. Shout out Sabrina. Shout out Jonquil. They there was just no way they was gonna try. They was trying to lose this game. Like, you could tell from the tip off they was not trying to lose 4 straight times to the same team, especially the
No.
team that they played in the finals last year. And there's a
Yeah,
lot of
no.
conversation about whether they got cheated or not. But yeah, man, that's our draft. That's our episode. Chop up this. I'll chop up the draft so that everyone can see it and listen to us draft our teams and listen to our reasonings for our draft our team because people are going to see it on TikTok and Twitter and just assume certain players got left off for certain reasons or certain people weren't picked when somebody's team looks a little bit more star studded than others. But that's okay. Some people build teams, some people build with stars. You know,
Man, my team's supreme. Anybody beating that team, man.
I mean, if I would have gone all stars, come on,
You should have. Nobody was holding you back.
that's not how you build a team, though.
Nobody was holding you back.
That's how you build a team. I'm trying
Nobody
to
was
build a
holding you
team
back.
to win in the playoffs, not build a super team. Build a team that's got 17 All NBA players or All WNBA players. But that's okay. That's okay. There was no stipulations. So
Nope.
the draft is the draft.
Draft is the draft.
I might put a little. I might try to make up a little thumbnail of like I don't know. I might have like Fee and then Asia and then put like a verses in the middle and then have us in the corner as like the little coaches or something. I don't know. We'll see. Might try to cook something up. Might be funny. But that's all we got for y'all today. Almost 2 hours for y'all. So giving y'all that great content. God, Lee, why she got so many shoes? She looking like Bronson Reed out there. Shoot a follow. For real though. Sabrina was fucking with like 6 pairs of shoes, 3 pairs of shoes, like tied
Crazy.
together. But yeah, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all keep subscribing.
Yes,
We
like,
are
comment,
jumping by
subscribe.
the day. Um, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.